What is up, Broncos fans? The Denver Broncos show back here again, here to give you guys my game recap for the Broncos' 16-13 win over the San Diego Chargers in overtime last weekend. A huge win for us. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the lateness of this video. Just got caught up with some stuff throughout the week, so apologize for that, but still wanted to get a video out there, give my thoughts on this game. Great win for us. We moved to 6-5 now on the year. We've won 4 games in a row for the first time in a long time, and this ended a 4-game losing streak to the Chargers for us, which is huge. So great win, great effort by the guys, great team win, and it was great to go into San Diego, beat the Chargers, win our 4th game in a row, and end our 4-game losing streak to the Chargers last Sunday. Looking at some of the good things we did in this game, run the ball once again with great effect. Had 208 rushing yards in this game, averaged about 4.1 yards per carry. Wilson McGahee had that huge 24-yard run in overtime that pretty much sealed the game and led to Matt Prater's game-winning field goal. It was a great job up front by our offensive line, blocking and doing a great job of opening up gaps for McGahee and Tebow to run through, and just doing a phenomenal job. I think our O-line has shown improvement week in and week out, and that group has gotten better and better. Zane Beadles is a guy that I've banged on a lot, but I tell you what, he had a heck of a game here against the Chargers, and he's only getting better, and you're starting to see some chemistry build up within our offensive line, and that was great to see. I thought they had a great outing here against the Chargers. We had a good day offensively overall. We had 349 total yards of offense. Our O-line only gave up a sack, so they also were good in the pass protection, giving Tebow time to get the ball down the field. We had 0 turnovers offensively. I think that's something that Tim Tebow doesn't get enough credit for, is his ability to take care of the ball and not make that big mistake. He did that here once again. And our pressure defensively was phenomenal. In that second half, Miller and Elvis Dumervil started to really get in a groove and just really make life miserable for Phillip Rivers. We had 3 sacks in this game, hit Rivers 4 times. Just defense did a great job of getting pressure on Rivers, and a lot of that had to do with Von Miller and Elvis Dumervil. I thought we did a great job of holding San Diego in check, held them to 13 points in this game. They only had a combined 3 points in the second half in overtime. I mean, that's a phenomenal job by our defense. A lot of people have been giving Tebow all the credit in the world for winning us these past 4 games, but I tell you what, our defense, in my opinion, is the main reason why we're winning these games, and they had another stellar outing here, and held San Diego to only 159 passing yards. That was a great job by our secondary and our defense in general. Phillip Rivers went 19 of 36 in this game for only 188 yards. He had a touchdown, 0 interceptions. I mean, he really wasn't that great in this game. And you look at what they did from the receiver standpoint. The only guy that really killed us was Antonio Gates. He had 6 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown. We just really couldn't find a good matchup for us defensively against Gates. We really had no one that could cover him. We put DJ on him a couple times. DJ was solid in coverage against him, but still, no one on our defense really could cover Gates, and the Chargers took advantage of that. But besides that, look at what their other receivers did. Vincent Brown had 3 catches for 50 yards. It's a solid outing, but he really didn't do much as the game wore on. And Vincent Jackson only had 2 catches for 25 yards. Champ Bailey did a phenomenal job on him, and overall, I thought our coverage in this game was pretty darn good. Gates made some great catches, but I mean, Antonio Gates is one of the biggest mismatches in the league, so you can't be too upset about that. And just a great outing overall. Another team win and another phenomenal outing by our defense. Now looking at some of the bad we did in this game, we did give up 185 rushing yards in this game. You don't like seeing that. The Chargers averaged 5.1 yards per carry. Defensively could have been better in stopping the run. Ryan Matthews had another big game against us. He had 22 carries for 137 yards in this game, averaged about 6.2 yards per carry. Would have liked to see us stop the run more, but still it didn't cost us a win at the end of the day, so you can't be too upset about it. But still, giving up 185 rushing yards, eventually, you give up that many rushing yards, that's going to come back to bite you. So got to get a little better on that, even though I think our defense has been so far the past couple weeks pretty consistent in stopping the run and really kind of not allowing teams to run the ball with great effect on us. Our third down offense once again was terrible. We were 5 and 16 on our third down conversions. That's something that eventually is going to catch up to us when we play some great teams. We still got New England left on our schedule. Chicago's still on our schedule. Buffalo's still a very solid team. So that definitely catch up to us, when we take on any of those 3 teams. But really, if we're able to make a playoff push and make the playoffs, and we do that, on third down, we go 5 to 16. It's going to be a short playoff run for us. So that's something that desperately needs to improve. And it's really becoming frustrating as a Broncos fan to see how terrible we are from an efficiency standpoint on third downs offensively. And we're 1-3 in the red zone. You don't like seeing that. You want to score down there more efficiently. And we had 9 penalties for 63 yards. Those are mental mistakes. They just got to limit. I think we've done a pretty good job of that the past couple of weeks. But in this game, a lot of penalties hurt us. But it didn't cost us a W, so you just got to be grateful for that. But just little minor things here and there we got to tweak and continue to get better at. And hopefully we can improve on those things, because they will come back to bite us, and they will come back to hurt us, and we got to improve on some little things. But for the most part, this was a great game on both sides of the ball. Looking at some individual numbers here, got to start with Tim Tebow. I thought Tebow was very good in this game. He went 9-18 for 143 yards, had a touchdown, no interceptions. He also had 22 carries and 67 yards in this game. I thought this was probably Tebow's best game this season, in all honesty. I thought his accuracy was the best I've seen it this year. He did go 9-18. That's only a 50% completion percentage, but if you look at 2 or 3 of his throws, they were on point and the receivers just dropped them. I mean, that's not Tebow's fault. So in reality, Tebow probably should have been like 11 of 18 or 12 of 18, that's a pretty darn good day. And you saw some improvement in his accuracy in this game. Made some clutch plays down the stretch, as he has over the past couple weeks, and didn't turn over the ball. Took care of it. Had a great touchdown throw to Eric Decker. Had another very solid throw to Eric Decker in the fourth quarter. I believe it was a 39-yard pass. Huge play, huge throw, huge catch by Tebow and Decker in a critical moment that led to an eventual game-tying field goal for us. That was big there. And Tebow's just been doing a good job of managing games, making plays when we need him to, with not only his arm but his legs, and performing in crucial moments and down the stretch in crunch time. And that's all you got to ask out of your quarterback. He's now 5-1 as a starter, so people can continue to critique him, for his mechanics and this or that. But the guy's getting wins, and he's led this Broncos team to 4-game winning streak and 5-1 in the last 6 games. That's pretty darn good. And that we've had 3 road wins in our last 4 games, all against division rivals. That says something right there. And a lot has to do with Tebow's play. I do think he gets a little too much credit, because like I said, I think the main reason we're winning these games is the play of our defense and limiting the opposing team's offense. But Tebow is doing is making plays when we need him to in crucial moments and down the stretch in crunch time. And he's been able to show his clutchness, if you will. And I think he's only getting better. And like I said, from an accuracy standpoint, I thought this was his best game. Just a couple of drops by the receivers kind of hurt his completion percentage. But all in all, a good game by Tebow. Managed the game well, made some plays when we needed him to, and I thought another very solid night for him, and he got to W. So people can keep hating, but he keeps winning. Looking at what Willis McGahee did, he had a good game, 23 carries, 117 yards in this game for Willis McGahee. Another great game out of him. Once again, give the O-line a lot of credit. They did a great job blocking up front. But the thing you love about Willis McGahee is he's just that downhill physical runner. I mean, the guy never stopped. His legs never stop moving. He's always fighting for that extra yard or two. And he did that here once again, broke open that big 24-yard run in overtime, which led to the win for us. And he's been great. He's been one of our best players this season. And a lot of teams look foolish for passing up on him in free agency. Now the guy, is 30, 31 years old, I believe, and a lot of teams passed on him due to his age. Said he didn't got any more. The guy still got it, and he's had a great year here with us, and he played phenomenal here in this game and had a huge run there in overtime that led to the win for us. So got to give McGahee all the credit in the world. Receiving wise, Eric Decker, another good game for him. 3 catches, 65 yards and a touchdown. Like I said, the touchdown pass from Tebow, great throw by Tebow, good job by Decker to bring that catch in, and then the 39-yard catch he had in the fourth quarter, I thought was a solid throw by Tebow, but an even better catch by Decker. Great job by Decker to lay out and get that. Great effort by him. He's had a stellar year. He's had a breakout year in my opinion, and he's only going to get better. He's starting to really show his potential, and he's been huge for us offensively. And what we did defensively, DJ Williams led the way. He had 12 tackles. DJ Williams starting to step up his level of play, is really making a push for the Pro Bowl. I thought he was good in this game. I thought he was solid in coverage. I thought he did a decent job against Antonio Gates when he was on him and made some plays. Once again, he's just really stepping up his level of play right now. Von Miller with another stellar outing. He had 10 tackles in this game, had a sack, and also had 2 tackles for loss. There was a really crucial moment in this game where Von Miller jumped off sides, cost us 5 yards. the Chargers were driving down the field to hit the game-winning field goal in overtime. Just a real costly penalty on Von's part, kind of a rookie mistake, if you will. But the next play, Von Miller's able to get into the Chargers' backfield and I think bring down, it was Mike Tolbert or Ryan Matthews for a 4 or 5 yard loss. So he just got the penalty yardage he just gave up. He got back on that play. That was a huge play for us, and Von's just had a stellar year. I mean, he's, in my opinion, is an all-pro. He's a Pro Bowler without a doubt, and he's no question the defensive rookie of the year. I mean, people can say what they want about Nolan Smith and Marcel Darius and Patrick Peterson. Von Miller blows all of them out of the water. I mean, he's had a stellar year. He's very close to breaking Javon Curse's single-season rookie sack record, and he's on a roll, and he's very close. He's closing in on that. He now has 10.5 sacks on the year, which leads the AFC as third in the NFL behind DeMarcus Ware and Jared Allen, and Von Miller's a rookie. I mean, that just shows you how special a player he is, and he's been stellar for us, and I'm glad he's starting to get the recognition he deserves. The spin move he hit on Jeremy Clary, I believe, the Chargers right tackle, to lead to the sack they had on Philip Rivers was just nasty. I mean, the guy has it all. He can beat you with power. He can beat you with speed. He's got great hands, and he does a great job mixing it up. And he's just been stellar for us, and he's really kind of solidified himself as one of the elite pass rushers in the NFL already as a rookie. And I tell you what, he's got all these accolades. I think he deserves to be an All-Pro and Pro Bowler and Defensive Rookie of the Year, but he's also making a push for Defensive Player of the Year. So another great outing by Von Miller. He did have thumb surgery. He may miss the Sunday. That would suck, but hopefully that won't hinder him too much, and he can continue his level of play that's been extremely high this year, and it's been extremely fun to watch as a Broncos fan. Lastly, Elvis Dumervil. I think he was probably the defensive MVP for us in this game. He had 5 tackles, also 2 sacks in this game. You're just really seeing Elvis kind of wake up, if you will, in the month of November. He's starting to look like the Elvis Dumervil of 2009. You're starting to see him get healthy, and it's really paying off. I mean, he was great in that second half, and the pressure he applied to Rivers, and he now has 5.5 sacks on the year. And that's great. I mean, he's starting to really step his level of play up, and all of those sacks have come in November. So I mean, November has been a really good month for Dumervil. Hopefully he can continue this level of play into December and get that sack total up even more. He's having a very good month, or had a very good month here in November, and I'm expecting big things out of Dumervil in December. But overall, just a great outing by our defense, and they are the big reason, and they are the real reason we have won 4 games in a row. And just to really take a look at the improvement our defense has made from this year compared to last year, I mean, it's kind of remarkable. Last year, we were the 32nd ranked total defense in the NFL, giving up about 391 yards per game. This year, we're the 18th ranked total defense in the NFL, only giving up about 355 yards per game. So big improvement there. Passing defense-wise, we were 25th last year. This year, we're 17th. I mean, it's just remarkable. Last year, we couldn't stop the run at all. We were 31st in the NFL. And rushing defense gave up about 155 rushing yards per game. This year we're 19th, only giving up about 120. Immense improvement we've made there. Last year we were the worst scoring defense in the NFL, giving up about 29 points per game. This year we've only given up about 24 points per game, which is 22nd in the NFL. Made a lot of improvements there. In the last couple of games we've only been giving up like an average of 13 points, so we're making tons of improvement there. And you look at our pass rush last year, we only had 23 sacks all last year, which was worst in the NFL. Through 11 games this season, we already have 30 sacks as a defense. A lot of that has to do with Von Miller. That's tied for 7th in the NFL. I mean, our ability to get to the opposing team's quarterback in our pass rush and the pressure we apply to opposing team's quarterbacks, I mean, we've made vast improvements in that area, and a lot of that has to do with Von Miller. And we already have 30 sacks with 5 games left to go, so that number's only going to get higher. And last year we only had 14 forced fumbles, which is tied for 22nd in the NFL as a defense. We already have 10 this year through 11 games, which is tied for 15th. That number's also obviously going to go up. So I mean, this defense has made so much improvement. I give Dennis Allen, our defensive coordinator, all the credit in the world. He's done a phenomenal job of coaching this group and really doing a great job of making up some great game plans and having our players execute the game plans to almost a T. And it feels good to, as a Broncos fan, to go into San Diego and then the Chargers season and kind of put the last nail in the coffin, if you will. So big win for us. We're now 6-5. We game on Sunday. It's a game we need to win to stay in the playoff hunt, stay on pace with Oakland for the division title, and we got to keep winning. So big game for us. Could be a trap game. Hopefully our guys are focused and ready to go and don't take Minnesota lightly, because this will be a huge win for us if we can move to 7-5. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, go Broncos.